mid-tier bank, IandM, listed on the Nairobi Securities Exchange today. And joining us now from our Nairobi bureau to discuss this listing is Gauri Gupta. She's head of corporate and strategic planning at IandM. Gauri, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Well, take us through the kind of response you've received so far on the NSE, of course, with your debut being made today.
Absolutely, yes. It's been a phenomenal morning. We started trading at 89.60, which is where the market had left off before the shares were suspended in early March. And we've seen the price go up to 102, I believe, which is where it is trading now. The response have been fantastic. I am told that there are more buyers than sellers at the moment.
Let's go through what's led us to this point, Gauri, because this follows the conclusion of a reverse takeover of investment firm City Trust, and that was the previous listed entity that you mentioned. So take us through what's been in the pipeline getting us to this point today.
It's been a long journey over the last 3 years. Just by way of background, City Trust was a shareholder of IandM Bank and held about 7.28% before this transaction went through. So this was really in the nature of a capital and shareholding restructuring for the bank, which saw City Trust become the non-operational holding company for the bank, and it now holds 100% of the shareholding of the bank. For the bank, it's a way to get listed on the Nairobi Securities Exchange and enabled its shareholders to freely trade on the stock exchange.
With what strategy in mind, Gauri? I mean, we were chatting to traders from Kenya this morning, and they've placed strong emphasis on the fact that you're diverting some of your attention from solely the corporate entity and now starting to focus a bit on the retail market as well. So talk us through your strategy and how exactly you're looking to leverage off the Kenyan economy and the Kenyan market.
We have been doing that. In fact, we have been increasingly going retail over the last few years. Only the way we have approached our retail development strategy has been a little different. Our preference has been to focus more on the technological innovation and alternate banking channels rather than the very typical brick and mortar route. So developing the retail business is something that we've been consciously doing for the last few years. The listing, while it gives us a better perception and outlook, should definitely help to accelerate this. But I don't think it would be right to say that the listing was because we wanted to go retail.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. Let's take a look then at your assessment of the competitive landscape over in Kenya at the moment, because the banking industry, as I say, a very competitive playing field. So what's your analysis of it and how you fit into that entire equation?
Yes, absolutely. Competition has been growing. I mean, besides the commonly known fact that there are about 44 banks in Kenya, amongst the tier where we are present, the competition is fairly intense. But then we are equally geared up and ready to give the competition a run for their money. So.
The competition, though, extends beyond just the banking sector as well. It goes into the telecom space as well. Just today, we've seen making headlines Safaricom. It's launched a new financial service that enables consumers to pay for goods and services using mobile money wallets. I mean, how are you looking at competing that way? To what extent is technology part of your strategy?
It is in one of the key pillars of our strategy, the technological innovation, and we've actually partnered with the telecom operators. So we see them as complementing the banking services where we work together. So 2 years back, we through Safaricom we launched the the M-Pesa mobile banking card. It was one way, or a prepaid card. It was one way where customers could use the credit in their M-Pesa account and load it onto a prepaid card that could then be used internationally. So for IandM Bank, technological innovation is the core of its strategy, and we believe in partnering with the telecom operators to complement the services that we provide.